Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to walk through a complete diagnostic session using PIWIS 4, the official Porsche diagnostic software. In this video, we'll be working on a real Porsche Cayenne 2013, and I'll guide you step by step through every major function, from the overview scan, fault memory, actual values, all the way to coding and programming. Whether you're a Porsche technician, an independent workshop, or just getting started with PIWIS 4, this video is for you. Let's get into it. Once your PIWIS tester is connected to the vehicle via the OBD2 port and the ignition is switched on, the software will automatically launch the diagnostic application. On the left sidebar, you can see the main navigation menu, Home and Diagnosis. We're currently in the Diagnosis section. At the top, you'll notice the vehicle model Cayenne has already been identified. Just wait for the loading screen to complete before proceeding. Now we're on tab 1, the Overview. This is where PIWIS 4 automatically scans every electronic control unit on the vehicle. You can see the table with 3 columns: function, phase, and status. The software is currently running the serve val engine off routine. It starts by switching on the ignition, then extracts data from each module one by one. Watch the status column. A check mark means the module was read successfully, an hourglass icon means it's currently scanning, and a circle with an IE indicates a warning or note. At the bottom of the screen, you can follow the live progress modules like TV tuner, park assist, airbag, and all-wheel drive are being scanned in real time. This process typically takes 5 to 10 minutes depending on how many ECUs are installed in the vehicle. Just let it run. Moving on to tab 2, Extended Identifications. Here, PIWIS 4 reads and documents the detailed identification data for every control unit, including firmware versions, hardware part numbers, and variant codes. You'll see the message: creating documentation updates. Please wait. The software is comparing the actual ECU configuration against Porsche's factory specifications. This step is especially important when you've replaced a control unit or performed a software update. It gives you a full record of the current state of the vehicle's electronics. Now we're on tab 3, Fault Memory. This is probably the most used section by technicians. PIWIS 4 is reading the fault memory from all control units. You can see the columns: control unit, fault code, active, and description. In our example today, the vehicle is in good health. All modules show no fault memory entries set. Modules scanned include park assist, parking brake, reversing camera, airbag, seat memory, front and rear door modules. If there were active fault codes, they would appear here with their DTC number and a description. You can then tap Fault Finding in the bottom toolbar, that's the F10 key, to get Porsche's guided repair procedure for that specific fault. When repairs are complete, use Delete FML to clear the fault codes and verify the fix. Tab 4 is Actual Values and Input Signals. This is your live data dashboard. Before the data loads, PIWIS 4 asks you to select the specific groups you want to monitor, then press F12 to continue. In our example, we can select data groups from the right headlight module, such as vehicle information, operating data, and limit value violations, and from the airbag module, including crash events, seat belt buckle switch, seat position sensors, and passenger airbag off switch. This feature is extremely useful during road tests or when diagnosing intermittent faults. You can watch the sensor values change in real time as the vehicle is running. Use the data logger function, F4, to record live data for later analysis. Tab 5 and 6 cover maintenance and repairs. These are the special functions you need after replacing parts or performing scheduled maintenance. Let's look at what's available. For the gateway module, you can run actual, specified configuration, battery change, and control unit replacement. For level control and PASM, the air suspension system, you get functions like filling the air suspension, height sensor calibration, bleeding the complete air suspension, bleeding axle by axle, replacing an air spring, and control unit replacement. For the PSM brake system, you can initiate a brake bleed procedure. These guided routines are essential. They walk you through each step with on-screen instructions, making complex maintenance tasks much safer and more reliable. And now we're at tab 7, Coding and Programming. This is the most powerful section of PIWIS 4. Under Coding, you have 4 options. Automatic coding. The software automatically applies the correct coding based on the vehicle's configuration. Use this after replacing a control unit. Manual coding lets you manually adjust specific parameters useful for enabling or disabling features. Customer-specific settings for personalizing vehicle behavior based on customer preferences. Restore factory settings, new part coding, resets the coding to factory defaults, which is required when installing a brand new ECU. Under Programming, you have Automatic Programming, updates the ECU firmware automatically, Manual Programming, for advanced users who need to select specific firmware versions. Important warning: always ensure a stable battery voltage above 12.5 volts during any programming session. A power interruption can corrupt the ECU and cause serious damage. And that's a complete walkthrough of PIWIS 4 using a Porsche Cayenne 2013 as our example vehicle. We've covered all 7 major tabs: Overview, Extended Identifications, Fault Memory, Actual Values, Drive Links, Maintenance and Repairs, and Coding and Programming. I hope this video gives you a clear picture of what PIWIS 4 can do and how to use it confidently in your workshop. If you found this helpful, please give it a like, it really helps the channel grow. And if you want to see more deep dive tutorials on specific functions like live data logging, ECU coding, or air suspension calibration, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. I read every single one. See you in the next video.